Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So we've got a brand new video for you this week. Now I know we've been kind of off on the sit down videos for a while and we've been doing a lot of vlogs.
A lot of vlogs.
a lot of vlogs.
I feel like we're reading the news right now.
I know. This is like news at 10.
Tonight on ITV News. Dun dun dun.
Dun. Okay, just excuse us because we're very delirious right now.
Don't hospices today. Hypo, delirious.
Bit of everything.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of sleep, so I feel like I've got all the energy, which is great. But not for this video. So yeah, what are we doing today?
So today's video, we are gonna sit down with you guys and go through some of our like current favourites. So just things that we're loving right now, whether it's like fashion, beauty, lifestyle stuff that we're just like really loving. So we picked like 5 items each that we are just loving at the moment, and we'll link them all down below for you so you guys can shop them if you like. So let's go.
Let's get stuck in. Right, so first item that I wanted to share, because this is a very like current purchase for me, a very recent purchase, I meant to say, that makes no sense, but I am obsessed with this bag.
I knew what you meant.
Right, so this is a lovely bucket bag which is from Topshop. Now what I love about this bag is it's got like this, it's kind of like a sheer, you know, like all those bags that are like out at the minute but they're very like see-through, perspex is what I'm trying to say.
Perspex, clear perspex, like plastic bags.
But what I love about this one is that it's got an insert in it, which is obviously where you store all of your items. But it's not real leather, it's like a faux leather, but it's really sturdy, and the bottom is like a nice sturdy.
Love a good bucket bag.
Yeah.
So much so that my first item, ta-da!
It's the same bag.
Twinning. We do this a lot.
We do.
Like without realising, we accidentally on purpose buy the same things. So mine was actually in my wish list, in my Topshop wish list for like about a week or two, and then it was coming up to my birthday a few weeks ago, and some of my other girlfriends were like, is there anything that you really want? Send us a few things, and this was one of the things that I sent. I'm like, I really want this bag. I've been like lusting after it for a couple of weeks. So then Katie turned up at my house with it, and I was like, oh my god, I got it for my birthday. So yeah,
but you
twinning.
You could have got it in another colour, so it is available in like a dark brown. It's quite nice, but
I toyed with that, but I live in black, so
yeah,
I feel like this is more like, I know that I didn't pay for it because mine was a gift, but I always think cost per wear, how much am I going to use it, how much am I going to utilise this bag, and I live in black, so I've literally been using it practically every day.
Now I haven't used it as like a crossbody, I've just been using it like holding with the smaller chain strap, but if you see on Claire's one, that is the other strap that you get, so you can obviously elongate.
Yeah, I've been using it like as a shoulder bag. I've like switched from the two, but I've been using it like this for every day. But yeah, I love this like extra little detail. I love that you've got like, those two options to like, and this is like, even this chain, like this black, like it's like a glossy plasticky chain. It's almost like cheap looking, but I love it. Like I love the whole like perspexy, like it almost looks like a vinyl-y look. Very in right now. There's lots of these kinds of like, you can see, can you see like how shiny and clear that is? Like it's awesome. These are all like very in right now, so yeah.
I also feel like, just one more thing, but it is quite small in size, but you fit a lot in it.
Yeah, like my purse is humongous and I fit my purse in it, so
yeah, I fit an umbrella in this.
I think I have like the biggest purse ever. It's like I have one of these big wallet things and it's always full of receipts and cards and crap basically. Yeah. So it's always really chunky and weighs a ton. So I always say, if I can fit my purse in here and a pair of sunglasses in a glasses case, like I'm happy. Yeah. So that's why I test, like how I test new bags when I buy them. Does my purse and my sunglasses fit in it? Then I'm good. And so it's not that small, it fits in my giant purse.
There you go.
So
it's a very practical.
Very, it opens like quite wide as well. I'm not gonna like, I mean, hopefully you can't see all the shit that's in my bag, but like this is quite wide. It's like the size of my face. So yeah, I don't know why I did that. It's like my face. Hello.
Claire wants to get in the bag.
But yeah, it's really like quite roomy on the inside.
It is.
One thing I will say is there's no like, there's only like one little tiny pocket inside, you can't really fit in it except like a lipstick and
I
a
put
push,
like my
maybe
keys
like
in there.
I can't. Your keys fit in there?
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 keys, but like my keys would not fit in there. Like,
Well, I don't have a car, so
yeah, my keys would be like hanging out of there. But you can maybe fit like a card or like your bank card or maybe some like a couple of notes or maybe a lipstick and a push in there.
Well,
but
I don't
there's no like this is the only fastening. So if you're looking for a bag for like maybe like safety and security, like it does pull quite tight. But I still would maybe, if you're going somewhere, like, don't try and jam too much into it like I do, because it's going to be like open at the top. So I wouldn't have minded if this leather part inside, this is my only, like, CC, this is my constructive criticism to Topshop. This black one inside, I would have liked if it was a full pouch and had its own drawstring inside.
If it was like a dust bag style, yeah.
Even though, like, it was leather up to the end, just had like that dust bag style thing on the top with a drawstring inside, just for that double extra level of like security and nothing's gonna fall out and things like that. But other than that, yeah, loving this bag.
Yeah, for the price of it, I mean, I can't remember off the top of my head, but
I'm pretty sure it's like
about
25 or 29.
something like that. Yeah, it was
But
under
we'll link
£50 anyway. So for that price, you kind of can't go wrong, and it's super stylish. So, you know, even if these aren't around next year, you haven't paid like a ridiculous amount of money. So yeah, that is our first item of what we're currently loving. And then next up, what do we have?
So my next one that I am loving right now, I'm actually wearing, is this t-shirt. So this was actually my first of 2 parts of my favourites. That was my birthday present from Katie. So yeah, Katie got me this. Pass on that, Katie. Well done, you did good, girl. So Katie bought me this t-shirt for my birthday. I'm gonna have to jiggle a little bit. I'm not gonna fully stand up because I'm wearing really comfortable PJ pants right now. I'm not gonna lie. So this is my Pulp Fiction t-shirt. Lovely Uma Thurman on the front. From Urban Outfitters, if I'm right?
Yeah, but the men's section of it.
From the men's section. Love Urban Outfitters for a good like vintage or like band tee. I feel like they have like the best selection. I think if you're going to buy like these kinds of like oversized like band and movie tees and like those kinds of rock graphic tees, vintage or Urban Outfitters, I feel like your best 2 options.
Always
men's sections.
Yeah,
always look at the men's section because like
so
I love when they're like, I hate when they like
fit
and tight, especially when you've got like big boobs like me and you don't want to like t-shirts that can be like difficult and a little bit awkward and just look like really clingy. I love these like oversized like boy tees. I feel like find what t-shirt works for you. Everyone has like a t-shirt is not just a t-shirt. There's so many different cuts and styles and variations of like sleeve lengths and like where the drop in the shoulder is and like how it fits you, whether it cuts in at the waist or whether it's like a really oversized. For me, it's always a boyfriend tee that's like really like oversized but not like ridiculous like and doesn't have those sleeves where they like stick out like that, but doesn't have those little like tight sleeves either.
Like a little cap sleeve. I can't deal. Cap sleeves need to be burnt, like all of them.
Unless they work for you and that's great for you.
But still no.
But yeah, find the one that works for you, and for me it's definitely this kind of like oversized like graphic band or movie tee. It's definitely for me. Love a boyfriend style tee. So yeah, I love that this can be like worn like out like I've got it today because I've got it on with like some like stretchy comfy pants, and it can also be like tucked into like jeans. I like always wear it with t-shirts like this tucked into like my top shirt. I said top shag because I wanted to say Topshop straight leg jeans. Top shag jeans. It's a thing. Okay. You're trying to make a thing. No, I'm not.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Literally, top shag. My Topshop straight leg jeans that I live in like every variation of like wash and colour, with tees like these tucked in basically every day, whether it's a graphic one or a plain one. But if you follow us on Instagram and you saw recently we had our trip to London, you would have seen this was one of my outfits, this t-shirt tucked into my Topshop leopard print skirt, which I love, that I wore when we went to Notting Hill? Yes, when we went to Portobello Road. So you can wear it like with a skirt, jeans, yeah. Loved a band tee, so yeah, this is one of my current faves, and just my general classic faves all the time is this type of tee.
And what's great about t-shirts like that is like any season they can be worn.
Exactly.
You know,
winter with like, if you want to put them with leather leggings, a big chunky coat, and like boots or trainers, great.
Also,
if you want to wear it in summer, like you can wear it to like a festival with like denim shorts. If you want to wear it at a night out with like a leather skirt,
nice pair of Burley Bears, like
done.
And these t-shirts are roughly around £35. So if you think about that and all the different ways that you can wear it, and the fact that they just won't go out of style, it's such an it's weird to say this like an investment piece because they're so cheap, but they really are like an investment, aren't they?
Yeah, like there's something that you're just gonna be able to wear year after year after year. And if you get vintage as well, you can buy some really good things in like vintage shops and some really good styles. So then you're being like good for the environment, sustainable.
Yes,
and you're gonna get a bargain as well when you go to a vintage store. So
yeah.
Have a look in your local vintage shop if you don't want to go and buy like a mass-produced one from Urban Outfitters like I have done. But yeah.
Okay, so staying on kind of like the fashion vibe, I think this is our last one. I want to show you, let me just grab these. Okay, so these,
I love these.
These are, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the brand called Tava. So I'm just going to show you one like a bit more up close. But this is the sandal. So imagine like the most comfiest shoe that you can ever imagine. This is that. So this is
except
like,
imagine it like you're walking on a bed of like marshmallows and clouds and pillows.
That is literally how I would describe this shoe.
The Tava. They are like the ultimate dad sandal.
They are a dad sandal.
And yet they've like all come back in right now and I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like I haven't bought these yet and I'm buying them this week. I've literally like since Katie bought them, like I need them. I need them in my life.
So
seen so many bloggers and every time wearing them, need them.
So originally we both seen them on Emma Hill's Instagram.
Obviously.
And just like the way that she wore them was just so cool because it was an outfit that me and Claire would both wear. It was literally just like blazer, t-shirt, jeans, and then she had these
which is basically my everyday uniform.
It is, and it's such a classic outfit, but why not put on like a very comfortable pair of shoes that also look great. Never did I think that I would ever purchase a shoe like this, just because they are like quite an ugly shoe, like that's how you would describe them. So in the winter we had like the dad trainers, the ugly trainer. This is basically like the summer version of it.
Yeah, this is like the follow on from this. It's very in right now. So many like bloggers and like people on Instagram are all wearing them. The dad sandal is officially a thing. I always see like Monica Dale always wears like, I think she's got the Chanel ones.
The Chanel and the Prada ones.
Of course.
So obviously
but these are like such a good alternative to if you can't afford like the Chanel or like the Prada ones or like the designer like ones that are out there. These are such a good like budget friendly alternative.
These were £40 and these are just like the classic ones. You can get one with a bit of a flat form as well, so maybe if you want a little bit of height. I don't need the height and I just prefer the look of like the fully just like flat original one. But what's great about it, and this is one of my favourite things, is it's Velcro straps around like the ankle bit but also around the toes. Now I think that in itself is just like an amazing feature to have, because you know if you ever put a shoe on and it's like so tight around your toes, that is literally the worst thing.
This is like, I feel like, why can't all shoes just magically adjust the width? Because I know they make like narrow fit and wide fit, but it's like not everywhere does. Only certain brands have like a narrow fit or a wide fit range, and everyone, when like you can have 100 people who wear a size 5 and still they're not going to have the same width feet. Everyone's going to be different. So just having that little like adjustable bit for like just for the comfort level, I feel like that's why they're so comfortable, because you can literally fully adjust them to your foot.
Exactly. So I would definitely recommend getting these. You can obviously buy them on their own website, but they're available on ASOS as well, so they're very accessible. And one of those classic sandals that you could just bring out year after year. And it doesn't matter if they get like rain or anything on them, because they're just so easy to like wipe away. And
I feel like so good for travel as well.
Yeah, they're kind of designed for stuff like that. Like if you go on their Instagram, you can see people doing like water sports and like climbing and things in them. like they're like a proper like outdoorsy shoe.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely designed, like if you're traveling as well, if you're going anywhere on holiday and you're gonna, you know, you're gonna be walking a lot, like something like this is ideal because just for a comfort level, if you know you're gonna be walking around all day in the summer and you don't want to wear a trainer and have like sweaty feet, there you go.
Good alternative, so I definitely recommend these.
So my next item is an interiors item and it's the second part of my birthday gift from Katie. So as you will all know if you watch our vlogs regularly, I recently moved into a new house, me and Luke, and we've been like trying to like decorate little bit by little bit and like kind of put our own little stamp on it and making our own. And one of the things that like I had an eye on ages ago and I'd completely forgotten about it, and Katie remembered because she was shopping with me when we saw it and she bought it for me for my birthday. It was this amazing bath mat from Urban Outfitters. Are you ready for this? Get naked, people. How cool is that? Like, I'm kind of obsessed with this whole get naked. It's just like basically just like a regular fluffy like towely vibe bath mat. But like, how cool is that? And it's like, it's very much my aesthetic, very like monochrome, black and white. Love the slogan, get naked, because you know, that's what we all go in the bathroom to do. So yeah, kind of obsessed with this. And I want it for ages, so I love it. I love this. I also seen a sign recently for your bathroom that says, please sit down for the remainder of this performance. And I was like, bit too far.
Yeah.
But yeah, get naked, I'm quite happy with that.
I'm not really a fan of like the doormats, you know, as you walk into someone's house and they've got something really cheesy on it, like leave your Yeezys at the door, or you know, things like that. Like I think that's like borderline.
I was like,
borderline tacky, but like something like that, I think it's like a little bit of fun. And
a little bit of fun, not too far.
Yeah.
It's not like live, laugh, love.
Oh no. Let's
one life, live it.
Let's move on because I
YOLO.
That.
No thanks. No.
Okay, so sorry guys, but we've just literally ran out of battery, which why does that always happen to us? Like, and I didn't bring my charger.
We just shit at charging.
We are really bad at charging. I didn't have the charger for that camera, so we're now on our other camera that we used to use. So if you see a slight change in like...
Do you know why?
Yeah.
I think I can see an angle change, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're like...
slightly more, yeah.
Oh well.
We'll persevere. We've got a camera, we're doing good. Okay, right, so the next item that I was going to show you was a beauty item. So this was one that I picked up in London when me and Claire both went a couple of weeks ago. So I started using some of the Charlotte Tilbury stuff back in, I think it was around Christmas time. I went shopping in Manchester and picked up the, what was it called? It's basically the powder that goes like under the eye, like in the T-zone. I can't think of the name. I can't think of the product name, but I know what you mean. It's like a pressed powder, it's a pressed powder. Like creamy. So I already had that, and I had a lip liner and a lipstick, and they were like the first products that I tried for Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm literally obsessed with the brand now. Like I think the quality of the products are so good, like they really are.
The eyeshadows are amazing as well. You get the little like quads of the eyeshadow. It looks so good.
So,
sorry.
So basically, I am like really good with my makeup. Like I think I've found everything that I love in terms of like a blusher, a mascara, an eyeliner, and so on. But when
like me, who has like 72 of everything.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that. I'm more of like if I find one thing that's good, like I'll just stick to that.
I have my go-tos, but I'm always like, ooh, pretty, and buy everything.
So one thing that I just can't ever seem to find, like the right one that just suits my skin, is a concealer. I've tried so many in the past and I've just never been happy. It always sits in my skin, always look very cakey. So I just went like a couple of years without ever using concealer. But I think as I'm getting a little bit older and obviously I'm just more busier with my life, I've noticed that I've started to get like under eye bags and dark circles and things.
I'm like, bitch, welcome to my world. Wait till you're 31. Just saying.
So, when we were in London, we were absolutely knackered like the entire time, and I just feel like my skin looked dreadful, and I just had like a treatment done on it a few days before. So basically, this is like the longest story ever. Basically, we went into the Charlotte Tilbury store and I asked the girl if she could put some concealer under my eyes. So she brought out the Magic Away liquid concealer, which is one of those that is like that kind of spongy brush, and then you basically twist it to like pull it out. So she used this, and I'm not even joking, the difference in one side of the face was, oh my god, it was insane. I looked like I had...
She walked in like this, and then one eye was like,
literally, I was like, I just feel like I've just looked like I had like 8 hours sleep. But she did use a brush to apply it. Now, she basically used like an eye blending brush, which just seemed to work really well. So I decided to purchase both of them. But I would just definitely say, if you're someone that struggles with finding a good concealer that doesn't sit in any like fine lines, like wrinkles they might have, definitely give this one a go. They've got loads of different shades. You only need a little bit at a time, a little goes a long way. And I'm really happy with it so far. I've been using it for like the past 2 weeks.
The formulas are really nice as well. Like, they're not like heavy or cakey. I've tried the foundation. I'm sorry, I've tried the concealer. I also have a couple of their foundations, like the Wonder Glow and stuff like that, which is more sheer foundation. They do a magic foundation that's like transforms your face. Their products, like, I've always been like a big champion of their products. I'm like, they are amazing. The formulas are really nice. Someone who does makeup on other people as well as myself, they're always really easy to use. And they're always like really good on different skin types. The formulas are so like creamy and silky. They're not that kind of like heavy cakey, especially like foundations and concealers. They don't like sit in your skin. They don't feel like the makeup is wearing you. They're very much like breathable on the skin. They feel really nice. They last throughout the day. You don't have to do like a lot of top ups.
I never have to top up with this. Like, this lasts me a full day in work, which is I mean, I can't
unheard of.
Yeah, it literally,
especially when you're working in a like sweaty store and like stockroom and like lifting things and hyping things upstairs. And
so that is what we need in our life. So I suggest the Magic Away for anybody who struggles with finding a good concealer like myself. But now I finally found the one for me. So happy. She's found the one. I'm happy.
Okay, so my
too far.
Katie's in love with Charlotte Tilbury's concealer.
I'm in love with
literally in love. I mean, have you seen her? She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's fab.
We'll let you have that one. So my next item is also a beauty item. It's actually like 3 items, but all from the same range and the same brand. So I recently started to try the Isle of Paradise. So here I have a couple of their products. As you can see, there's literally like, this one I've used a few pumps of, this one I've used once, same with this. So this one is the Prep It Self-Tan Priming Spray from Isle of Paradise. So this is what you spray on before you, I probably didn't use as much of this as I should have. I literally did my face with this, and then put my whole body on with this, because I was just like, I'm in a rush, I don't have time. So I probably should have done that, and my time probably would have worked out. It worked out lovely. Probably would have worked out way better if I would have used both.
It was the hands, wasn't it?
It was the hand. I always have issues with hand. I think I sleep like this.
Yeah.
Touching myself. So I always, even no matter what, every time I apply self-tan, I wash my hands afterwards, and yet I always have bright orange palms. Even though I use a mitt, it does not touch the palms of my hands, and then I wash my hands afterwards. I always end up with bright orange palms of hands, because I think I sleep like touching myself or something. And it just like soaks into my hands and won't come off. But yeah, other than that, this was really amazing, really good colour. So this is the self-tanning water. This is the medium one. So by the way, all of Isle of Paradise's products are all vegan friendly, cruelty free and organic. So they're right here on the bottle.
That's what we like.
So this is what we like. Katie's very happy with me. I've always been like a Saint-Tropez girl, always. I've always either got the spray tans done or used a mousse. I think this may be my new go-to. I think this may have like trumped Saint-Tropez.
Interesting.
Controversial.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with this. And more than anything, the one that I'm like raving about is these little magic drops, so I don't know if you can see that from there, but basically these are the Isle of Paradise self-tanning drops. Now these are the light. I am kind of on the pale side, but also tan easily, so I always end up buying a light because I self-tan really easily. So when I put the light one, I go on really dark. If I put a medium or a deep one on, I look like mahogany. They just develop and develop and keep developing on me for like 2 days after I've applied, and I go really dark. So I always tend to go for a lighter tan because it seems to go really dark anyway. So I bought the light self-tanning drops. I bought the self-tanning drops in light, and with these, so basically it says you use between 1 to 12 drops, and you put them in your own moisturiser. So whatever your daily facial moisturiser on, or of a night before you go to bed, whatever night cream or moisturiser you use, you put like the amount of night cream you would use on your hand, or your daily moisturiser, and then you add between 1 to 12 drops of these. Now these go in light, medium and dark. So I got the light, it said 1 to 12 drops, so I was like, right, well I'll go in the middle, I'll use 6 to 7 and see how they go. I was so bronzed and so glowy.
You were bronzed.
I was so bronzed, like I looked like I'd just come back from the Caribbean.
If you'd seen any of our London pictures on Instagram,
you will see how brown I was.
That is the tan
off like
juice.
Half the drop. So I would maybe for every day only use like 2 or 3 drops in my moisturiser, but it goes on really nice because it's with your natural moisturiser. It just blends into your face, just gives you a nice natural glow. Doesn't go like patchy. I find like that some self-tans and facial self-tanners, I tend to like look dirty, like around the hairline, and like especially my nose. For some reason my nose always looked really dark, and around the neck. These were really nice. I looked just like that. I had a natural sun-kissed glow. So yeah, Isle of Paradise, definitely raving on their products. The packaging's really pretty too. Yeah, I'm really feeling it. And also we like that they're like cruelty-free, and always a bonus.
We're all about that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd say about the little mini drops is that I actually went to go and get them and they were sold out.
Oh, they're really hard to get.
Yeah. So just, you're going to be very lucky if you do get them, but I feel like they do.
Try and order them maybe online, because going into, like if you go to the booths, they've only ever got a couple of bottles. They never have the drops in.
No.
It's very hard. There was 2 bottles left when I went and got them, and I managed to get. And the other ones that were left, the few bottles that were left, a lot of them have been like tried and tested and were like brown on the outside, where people have just tested them and spilt them and stuff. Yeah. So I would recommend probably trying to order these online so that you get fresh ones, because they are quite hard to get hold of if you just go into like your local booths, because they're always sold out, because clearly they're doing something right and everyone wants them.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely recommend trying the Isle of Paradise if you're into self-tan and we want to fake our tans, not sunburns, because you know, skin cancer and all that jazz. So definitely go for the faking it. So Isle of Paradise.
Okay.
Try it.
So we're going to swiftly move on to something a little bit different, but basically I wanted to show you my brand new Chili's bottle. Now the name of the brand is Chili's, but it is essentially just one of those bottles that is like a reusable bottle. Now the reason I went for this one, so this is just the bottle, and it has like the little Chili's logo on the back.
This matte black on black makes me really, really happy.
So a couple of good things about this brand is, number one, you can personalise the bottle to how you want it to look. So basically you will just get the actual bottle itself is, I don't even know what the original one is, but I think you can just order like the original. But they come under different sections on the website, so you can order from like the mono range, you can order from like the floral range. There's all different like colours and patterns.
You do like marble ones and
you can mix and match your lid. So originally this bottle, when I did like the matte black, had just like a stainless steel lid, but I wanted like the full bottle to just be black.
It makes me really happy. I really want one.
I know, like it's just like aesthetically pleasing, but obviously it's like a good use. But they do actually send it to you with the original cap on anyway, so you do get 2 caps, which is really good.
And then you lose any?
And then if you're customising it as well, obviously the price of the bottle can go up a little bit more, depending on like how much you want to customise it. I'm not sure if they do, like, personalisation. I feel like I've seen it on there, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100%. But,
oh, it's heavy. That was like way heavier than I was expecting it to be.
yeah.
Probably because I've seen, like, there is a lot of these types of things in a lot of high street stores.
Yeah, like,
or like stationery shops and like paper chase and places like that, and like you'll see them in like Primark and things like that. And I mean, they're great. If you get a reusable bottle, great. Wherever you buy it from, you're doing good. You're reducing the plastic, like you're reducing your use of plastic by not buying plastic bottles and just having a refillable bottle. So no matter where you buy any type of this bottle, that's great. But I will say that picking this up, I wasn't expecting it to be that heavy. I know it's got water in it, but like, because it's like, it's metal, I don't know if you can hear that.
It's just very sturdy.
It feels like sturdy and like, it feels like high quality.
Yeah.
Rather than those like plasticky ones, which I will find. I know you're still buying plastic, but it's reusable, so that, again, that's great. But you find sometimes they taste like plastic.
Yeah, and
they have like that plasticky taste on, no matter how many times you wash them.
A big thing for me as well, and one of the reasons why I bought this bottle, is this says that it's leak proof. And a lot of the cheaper bottles I find always tend to leak down the sides after a couple of uses, so that was a big thing for me. You can buy different size bottles. This is a 500ml, but you can get a 250 and a 750 as well. I believe you can get a 1ml. So
1ml, 1 litre.
1 litre.
1ml.
So you can buy different sizes depending on what you want to take out with you.
How cute is a 1ml bowl? They're like miniature size.
Have a shot of coffee in the morning.
It's not even that, it's like 1ml is like, 1ml is like what's a milli?
That's true.
Literally.
Okay, so another thing about it is that you basically get 12 hours of a hot drink in there, or you get 24 hours of a cold drink. Now,
12 hours of a hot drink?
Yeah.
So if I put like hot tea in it in the morning,
yeah,
at like 9 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's still going to be hot?
Yeah.
I need to test this
that's
theory.
That's insane.
That's
me.
so
Like,
good.
this basically, I'll go and take a sip of this now, and I made this at 6 o'clock this morning. Still tastes like I've just got it out of the fridge. Like,
It's just got cold water in it.
Yeah.
Because like feeling it now in my hands, it doesn't feel like anything. It feels like room, and where I've been holding it feels warm on the outside.
But it's just like insulated so well on the inside. That's the theory.
It's like cold.
Yeah.
Like not like
it's not
room.
Ice cold.
It's not ice cold, but it's not like room cold where you've just been left that like it's cold.
Yeah. So
imagine ice. I imagine if you put ice in it this morning, it would still be ice cold.
Yeah. So I just think that's amazing because imagine
it still made my teeth go a bit like.
Imagine going on a hike and you just like, oh, I'm parched, like I really need the drink. And
plastic bottles go warm in like half an hour.
This, no, that's not going to happen. I just think it's worth the investment.
It is. Reduce waste. Use these.
Also, what's great is when your bottle arrives, all of the packaging is 100% recyclable. It's all like cardboard, which is really nice. There's no plastic in any of the packaging, which I love. It's just really good for the environment. And like,
how much was this?
It was £24.
I think that's a fair investment.
It is.
If you think that if you went into like Boots or WH Smith or somewhere and bought like a bottle of Evian, it's like what, like 150, 189, something like that?
Well, I think for 180, yeah.
Yeah, 180. So it's like nearly £2 every time you buy. So for every 12 bottles of Evian, you could buy one of these. Well, 13 maybe. You could buy one of these and reduce those 13 plastic bottles going into landfill and bins and yeah. Save the tails, people.
Save the tails.
Buy one of these. I'm gonna buy one of these. Like I may like just go on my phone right now and just like start looking for one and ordering one. Because I have other reusables, but I haven't the Chili's one. And I think now after seeing the quality of this compared to other ones that I've got, I'm gonna invest in one of these.
Yeah.
100%.
So this is like trumped all my other ones. Like I've gotten rid of them all, and this is like my go-to.
I'm actually googling Chili's.
Do it. They're amazing. They're so good. Definitely worth the investment. You know you're doing a good thing because you're helping the environment. So I just think definitely an investment piece. and there's just, I mean, there's just so many
Don't mind me.
options. If you're someone...
They do coffee cups? What the fuck?
Yeah, so they have keep cups, which will bring us on to our next thing that we're going to show you.
My next item.
But yeah, there's just, and I think they do like collaborations as well with like designers. You know, sometimes like Coca-Cola do like a Carl Lagerfeld one, or you know, whoever it is. That's one there. So Emma Bridgewater.
I think your phone's ringing.
My phone is ringing, but I'm not going to answer it because
Hi.
I don't know who you are. Sorry.
Does.
Bye. Bye, Manchester.
Oh, they do chrome.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah,
my
no,
one.
one out. Oh, the grey's pretty. Yeah, there we go. Literally on it right now. So you can see that. So gonna order one of them. Just a 750.
So the 750 is £30.
Anyway, I'll carry on with that in a second. Sidebar. So yeah, moving on to my last item. My last item is similar kind of vibe to Katie's. I recently bought, how cute it is. I ordered a Spectrum Keep Cup. So I love Spectrum as a brand anyway, both do, for their makeup brushes. They do amazing makeup brushes in all like so many different ranges and colours, and it's amazing. Now, the girls who own Spectrum, all of their brushes are cruelty free and vegan friendly, and then they released this. Remember when they had this store they had their pop-up store. If you watch my solo London trip, you would have seen I showed you around there, and that has a little cafe in there, and they sold these cups, but they still sell them online. So they are a keep cup, they are big please, so when you ever go and buy a coffee, just have this with you, reduce the waste, and say, can I have a tea or a coffee please, but can you put it in that? Most places will oblige. Yeah. There is a couple that apparently will not do it.
Oh, really?
For hygiene reasons, which I think is absolute bullshit. Like,
why? Like, no.
Pointless. Like, brands, come on, coffee shops, cafes, get on board. Like, if someone orders a coffee or a tea and gives you a keep cup, be good to the environment.
I
Put it
think
in one of these.
most of your chain ones will do them because they sell their own versions of them anyway. So like
Yeah.
your Starbucks, your Costa, your
Yeah, so they're fine. I think someone told me a story about McDonald's.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
I've heard this, McDonald's.
I think we were both, wasn't it? At
The sweet
event. Yeah. So another blogger we know called Jane told us about this, in that she took a keep cup into McDonald's and they refused to put it in her own cup, and said that they are not allowed for hygiene reasons in case it touches the thing. And it's like, well, don't let it touch it, just hold it there. You're not a moron, just hold it. So McDonald's, sort your shit. Get with the programme. Let people use keep cups. Like, it's so ridiculous, it's so bad for the environment. Not that I think McDonald's would give a shit, because they're very like big, huge corporation, but like, come on McDonald's, get on board, let people use the keep cup. So I don't know whether that was just this particular McDonald's or whether it's McDonald's as a company, but if it is, that's kind of like shit of you. So get with the programme. So yeah, order the Spectrum keep cup. It's so cute and adorable and pink, and it's got on there, it says Spectrum, and then on the back it says #drinkpink. Really cute. So loads of people are like hashtagging it and like posting on Instagram with these. Small detail that I really appreciate is that this little top bit here is like a clip to open, and you can put it down there for when you're drinking it. So there's your drinking hole, and then when you're not drinking it, you can put that back in so that it doesn't spill. So when you're walking with it, it's not like coming out all over your hand like them stupid paper cups that they give you in like Costa, that you end up with like shit all over your hands, and like hot chocolate and coffee and tea spills all down your hands, and it's just going all out. Don't know what this was, but yeah, I really appreciate this small thing. Starbucks did those little things that you could poke in them for a while. What happened to them? But then again, they're single-use plastic, so I'd rather have one. I'd rather they just do these.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a keep cup with a clip.
This is my next purchase because I'm a big coffee drinker and I don't have keep cup yet.
So Katie's going to buy one of these, and I'm going to buy a Chili's.
Yeah. So we're going to
we'll match with our water and our teas and coffees in our little keep cups. So yeah, this is the cutest thing. I would like a bigger one as well though also. It's a nice size. They only do this one size a minute. It's $3.99 by the way, so like you've got no excuse.
Oh, that's so good.
That's like the same price as buying a coffee from Starbucks if you buy a coffee. So you have no excuse to be like, oh, reusable cups are expensive. Bullshit. Buy one. Like, also, it's $3.99.
The good thing about them is like, we're saying and like most people think of using them to go into a place and get it filled, but you can just do it at home yourself.
As well, yeah, save money.
So if you want to just buy that 1 cup, go and take it out and fresh coffee in the morning, then there you go.
That's what I use it for. I haven't actually took mine in. I've only had it like a week. Yeah, I haven't actually took mine in anywhere yet, but I tend to do just, I take a tea to go in the morning. I make it at home, make it in this cup and take it on the drive to work with me. And then just take it into work with me, and then sometimes before I'm leaving work, if I fancy the one, I'll make one in work and leave with it in this. So that's what I've been doing. But like if you've took it with you in the morning and then you're going out for the day and it's just in your bag, you can literally just rinse it wherever you are, put it in your bag, and then you've got it to be like, put it in there, save paper, save the trees.
Yeah. And that's
save the turtles, save the trees. I feel like we're singing a song.
Save the turtles.
Right,
wait, what?
I'm going to go off on a major tangent right now.
Go on.
You won't remember this because you're not old enough, you're way too young for this. But anyone, this is a question, anyone who's my age, who's around, like I'm 31, anyone around this age and from the UK, if you remember in school, when you were in primary school, like really little, when they used to have these look and read programmes on like the BBC, and like when you were in school and they'd roll the big telly in on the big wheels,
Yeah.
and everyone used to get really excited. So there was this series called BBC Look and Read, and it was like kids TV show thing where it was educational and they'd have the words on the screen and you read them out and interact with it. But there was one that was called Earth Warp, and there was an alien on it called Ollie the Alien. This is like the biggest tangent ever, and I've just went, save the turtles, save the trees. Then there was a song, the theme song of Earth Walk was save the planet, save the trees, and it's something like, we must save the human race, Earth Walk, we must save the world. That was a little, so does anyone remember it, or am I just going to look like an insane person on this video? If you remember Earth Walk, and that song, and Ollie the Alien, who looked like a testicle, let's not lie.
Oh
He looked like an orange, hairy, dimply ball sack. Like, I'm not gonna, there's no other way, there's no nicer way of me putting it. If you remember him, seriously, he looked like a porcupine and a testicle combined. It's just, I will show you in a minute.
Okay.
I feel like I need to show you now. But yeah, while we're on the video, I would like to gauge Casey's reaction to Ollie the Alien from Earth Warp.
I really hope for your sake that someone who's watching this actually knows what you're talking about.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna look like a fucking idiot. But it was a thing.
Oh my
Right, hold on.
God.
This is Ollie the Alien.
No, wait, that there.
That's Ollie the Alien.
Wow, yeah.
Do you get it?
I was thinking about that one where he's flying.
No, this one. He's like a porcupine / testicle. But yeah. Can we just do like, I'm just gonna have to do this right now. I can't believe I'm doing this, but yeah.
The theme song.
Give me a minute.
Guys, this is no longer a favourite video.
It's no longer a favourite. It's just me going off on a tangent because someone needs to remember it. Look and read.
It's our planet, it's our place. We must save the human race. We must save the world. Save the creatures, save the trees, save the land and save the seas. We must save the world.
100% looks like a hairy testicle. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent there.
Yeah.
A bit random.
Now,
but yeah.
on that note, we only have one item left to show you because I feel like we need to wrap this video up. Okay,
Sorry,
so
save the creatures, save the trees.
you need to stop, like seriously.
Please comment below so I don't look like a lunatic.
I actually really hope that nobody comments.
Fuck you.
Okay, so the last item that we're going to show you is a book. Now this is not a new book for me. It's called The Four Agreements, and it's by this author called Don Miguel. And he basically has, like, he's got quite a few books out there, but this is one that I always go back to. Now the reason I started reading this originally was because someone had told me about it a few years ago and basically just said, like, it's the best book that just gives you you that like pick me up that you need. So if you're ever feeling a little bit like lost in a way, or you know you don't know how to deal with situations, then this book is literally perfect for that. So the 4 agreements, and it's basically, let me just get them up. Okay, so it says the 4 things to be like happy in life is to be impeccable with your words, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best. And those are the 4 chapters in the book, so it's really easy to read. Like it's literally, that's what the text is like it's so quick to run through.
I particularly like the don't take anything personally.
Yes, now honestly,
especially now, like in this day and age, and like social media being what it is, you cannot take anything personally because you will literally not survive with the amount of shit that's out there and the shit that people get, particularly women, for like everything that they do. Yeah, don't take anything personally because the only person you've got to answer to at the end of the day is yourself.
That's so true. And like, I'm not gonna lie to you, when you do read these, every time you're reading like a different paragraph, you're literally sitting there and you're going, oh my god, yeah, like I do that, like that is so me, and like I need to learn how to do this, and I need to learn how to do that. And like throughout the book, he literally says to you, like, it's honestly, these 4 agreements like the hardest thing to do, because it's basically you being 100% you, and like by not taking anything personally, to the point where it even says like if you get a compliment, not to take that personally, because that's you taking on someone else's opinion and feeding into it, so it's like an ego thing. I mean, it's honestly such an interesting read, and it is one of those. Yeah, like you know, normally you think, oh, I can take a compliment, but why would you take a compliment and then not something negative? Do you know what I mean? It's very interesting to read, and like it's one of those books that I could just pick it up now, jump on a random page and read a paragraph, and it would literally be like, oh my god, yeah, like I so needed to hear that today. And I think just it's a book that you'd never throw out, you'd never get rid of it. It would always be relevant to like any aspect of your life, whether that be a job, like a relationship, your relationship with yourself, like it doesn't matter what. This book literally, when I read it the first time, my mindset just changed like that, obviously for the better.
I have a book like that.
Yeah,
it's over there actually. There's 3 of them, series of 3 on the table.
I want to read those, they look so good. Why don't you get them and just share them?
Hold that thought.
BRB.
BRB.
But yeah, it's basically called like, it's like a practical guide to personal freedom, like that's what the book says. And honestly, I can't even...
Hi! And we're back.
I can't even tell you like how good you feel after reading books like this. Like they do change, not change your life, but
I love a little like motivational book.
Yeah.
Like I think like that has changed. Like the perception of these kind of books has changed so much in the past like 10 years or so. I think years ago it was like, oh, it's a self-help book, and
yeah,
like, oh, you can't cope with life. They had like a negative connotation that went with them, and like this like bad rep. But I think now, very much the past few years, it's like, yeah, self-help books and like learning to like motivate yourself and like live your best life, to use like a pure Insta quote. But yeah,
it's
love these kind
like,
of books. Books.
Do you know what I love about it? It's almost like seeing a therapist, but like
it is. It's like therapist and paper.
Yeah.
So my books that are like this, I'm currently in the middle of reading the first one. I have read it briefly before, but I'm like fully delving back into it now. So then I bought the other 2 as well. So there's a series of 3, and they're all written by Sarah Knight. These are like international bestsellers. This one actually, the very first one that she wrote, which is like my go-to. It's called the No Fucks Given International Bestseller. That's what it says in the book. That's not what the book's called. But it's not an international bestseller. It's a No Fucks Given International Bestseller. So this is like my go-to book, and it's called The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck. And it is literally like become my Bible. I love this book. So it's based on what she said was basically the if anyone's heard of Marie Kondo, she's like the lady who does like all the cleaning shows, and she wrote the book The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, or of Cleaning Up.
She's like a Netflix
and she's
queen.
like a Netflix queen now. She has her own show, and it's all about like organising your life and like she had this whole theory of like, does it bring you joy or does it annoy? And if it annoys you, why you keep it in your house, throw it away, and then like rearranging your space so that it works for you and it brings you joy. Now Sarah Knight read that book and then applied it to her entire life, not just tidying up in her home, and she wrote The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck. And the description of it is how to stop spending time you don't have doing things you don't want to do with people you don't like.
I mean,
And oh my god, this
just...
book it's just amazing. And I first read this book about 18 months ago and it changed my life. And no longer do I go, ugh. You know, like when people invite you to things, or like you feel obligated to do things because they might be like a person who like you're like acquainted with, or you're like maybe related to, or like, and you feel like, ugh,
You don't want to let them down.
like I have to go.
Yeah.
To that, like I don't want to go, but I have to. Why? Why do you have to go? You don't have to. And people go, oh, because I have to, because I've got to. And it's like, you actually don't. And you don't have to be an arsehole about it. That's one of the big things that she says. You can let people down without being an arsehole. As long as you're not a dick about it, you can just say politely, no thanks. And do not do the things that you don't want to do. Don't feel obligated to do anything for anyone. Because if you don't want to do it, why are you wasting your time doing it? Do not feel obligated to anyone. And I was like, yes, this changed my life. And I just like started, instead of, I used to say yes to everything. I feel like I used to be like, yeah, I'll come. And even if I was like, ugh, I just feel like crap, I don't want to go, or like, I really don't want to be around like a certain group of people or whatever, but you feel like, oh, I have to go because I have known this person for X amount of years, or I have to go because they came to my whatever. No, you don't.
No.
You don't feel obligated to anyone. This is amazing. She also makes you write what she calls a bucket list. Bucket list.
I love it.
Yeah, bucket list, and write down all the things that you don't give a fuck about, basically. There's actually a section of the book. You can actually buy a version of this book that has note sections in it for you to write. I think this has some of them. But basically, give me a minute.
I think we need to do a whole video on this type of subject.
Yeah.
Like just talking about it, because I have so much to say on the matter. But I feel like
So much to say.
Because I have applied.
I love this. These are the titles in the book. Why should I give a fuck?
But I've applied so much of things like this into my life this past
Exactly.
year, and I can't even tell you, my life is easier now. Like it's not stress free, but it's easier, and it's purely because of letting go of people in my life that I didn't need them to be there, saying no to things, and not having to give anyone
Cut a bitch off.
Yeah. Oh,
Bye.
I got rid of them last year.
There's even charts. So, should I give a fuck? And it's things like, should I give a fuck? Does this annoy? Yes. Does it only affect me? Yes or no. It's like yes or no, and you follow the chart and it's saying like what you should. Am I being an arsehole? And like basically there's like visualization exercises. I'm trying to find the bucket list. Where's the bucket list? I'm trying to say, oh, sort your fucks into categories.
Oh.
So there's like work fucks, friend fucks. Not as sexual as they sound, they're just not. But yeah, there's like, she's put don't give a fuck, do give a fuck, and like similar subjects of like, don't give a fuck about glamping, do give a fuck about like hair removal. Like they can literally be that random.
I love that one. Don't give a fuck, the Pope's latest opinion. Do give a fuck, Reese Witherspoon's Instagram.
I feel like yes. I like this one. Don't give a fuck about tummy time. Do give a fuck about excusing myself to get some more wine. Good for you, girl.
It's all about the balance.
Yeah, things I may or may not give a fuck about, and there's a space for you to write your list. And there's like work fucks. It's all split into like different sections. It's really helpful. Friends, acquaintances and strangers. I love that, and it basically makes you sit and split everyone in your life into like different categories, and like, are they a friend, are they an acquaintance, or are they really like a stranger, like someone you see like once in a million years. And then at the end it's got a section saying, so do I have any friends left? And it's like, but the ones that are left, they're the important people who you do give a fuck about. And it's the same with family. It tells you, like, do you give a fuck about going to, like, X person's cat's uncle's baby shower? Like, it's just like, there's so many good sections in this book for, like, things to write about. Family stuff I may or may not give a fuck about. Star including in-laws. So yeah, it's like consolidating your list. It's really like helpful and amazing. But she's also wrote other 2 books. One's called Get Your Shit Together. How to stop worrying about what you should do so you can finish what you need to do and start doing what you want to do. Love that. And then her latest edition is You Do You, How to Be Who You Are and Use What You've Got to Get What You Want. So love Sarah Knight. If you follow her on Instagram or Twitter or anything, she's really cool as well. So you should go and do that. She's awesome. She recently was supposed to speak at an event and dropped out because of someone had done something against, like, someone had like sexually harassed a woman and was going to speak at the event, or like said something against, I don't know the full story, I'll have to look into this, but someone had basically, either it was something to do with like sexual harassment or said something offensive about women or abortion or something, like all of this like abortion rights in America, and because she was speaking at the same event, she was like, right, no, I'm not doing it, and she pulled out of the event. So girl power. Yes. So we all, like, I'm pretty sure it's to do with abortion, so ignore my sexual harassment thing. I'm pretty sure someone said something about the, there's that much of it going on right now, I can't keep track.
I think it was a bit abortion.
I think someone spoke out, a man said about something about whoever was speaking at this event, was like all for women having their abortion rights taken away, and she was just like, nope, bye bitch. So she's a badass. So Sarah Knight, read the books, she's awesome. And don't give a fuck.
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story is don't take it personally.
And don't give a fuck.
And don't give a fuck.
But yeah, I do think that I would like to do a video on this where me and Claire basically just sit and talk at you. Where we talk about things life. Like that, yeah, about life. Because we're actually talking about whether we want to start doing like a podcast or not. Because we would love to do that.
So we've been talking about it. It may happen in the near or distant future.
Or we may just do a podcast style series on our YouTube channel. So
see how it goes.
Yeah, so we kind of, you know, if you maybe have an opinion on that, whether you'd rather see like, you know, face-to-face kind of scenario on YouTube, or would you rather a podcast? Because I feel like a lot of people are listening to podcasts at the minute. But me and Claire have a lot to say. As you can tell by our videos.
We have a lot of opinions.
We plan on always doing our videos like quite short, and whenever we sit down we just start rambling
and talking about not giving a fuck and airport.
Yeah. So you know, if you want to see more of that, then let us know. But that is everything that we wanted to share with you today. So we hope that you've liked this video. We're going to leave all of the links, I forgot what I was going to say.
Product links.
All of the links down below, so you can purchase anything that we've shown today, or just have a little look for yourself. We don't know what our next video is going to be next week, but obviously
ideas are welcome.
Yeah, definitely.
If you have any questions or like subjects that you'd like us to talk about in either like this kind of face-to-face video or in a podcast type setting, please, ideas always welcome. Comment down below, get in touch, send us messages. We'd love to like discuss things with you guys and hear your opinions on certain matters, if there's anything you'd really like us to talk about, whether that be anything lifestyle, fashion, self-care, mental health, women's rights, literally anything. Because we will literally sit here and for hours
and talk about
every time we're together and put the world to rights.
Yes.
And go on mad rants about anything, about like the world, what's going on in the news, people in our own lives. Like we literally just sit and like talk about every topic and situation imaginable.
Yeah.
We could definitely like get some other people involved if we got like other women's opinions, so please get in touch. We'd love to know like your opinion. We could get together with our own friends and have their opinions and just get like groups of women together and discuss things. So any subjects, any kind of that thing that you want to know, please put down. Suggestions and ideas are always welcome. Obviously go over to the gram, follow us, your links are below. We don't need to tell you, you know what to do, like and subscribe. As I say every time, you know what to do.
Yeah, we'd
Like
like
do
to.
it. It's there. Click that button.
We want
That
to
button.
build like
And
a
the
nice
subscribe
little.
or up there. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere.
It's down here.
Somewhere in the vicinity. Maybe there. Go and click it.
But we
Right
do,
now.
we do want to create like a nice little community on here, and we're all about positivity. We don't want any negativity on this channel, unless we have an opinion on something where we feel like it needs to be shared.
Like that we give a fuck about.
Yeah. So like for instance in London when we would talk about like a very popular restaurant that we weren't really feeling, we're gonna tell you because
That had bullshit service.
yeah, we'll tell you these things because we want people to see the reality, not anything fake.
We're not going to be like, oh my god, look how pretty this is. It's amazing. Look at me. Da-da. That's not us. And if that's you, that is great for you. We are not about dragging anyone else down. That is great for you. However, we are going to keep it real here. We are going to be honest and give our honest opinions about things.
Yeah. So
We are not going to give you the bullshit.
Let's build that community because that's exactly what we want to do. If
So,
we can make
talk to us.
a positive impact, then we're here for it. And on that note,
I think we're going to
we're gonna
sign it
leave it
off
here.
because
Yeah.
we have gone on this crazy mad tangent. But you know what? That's what we do.
Yeah.
No
So thanks
bullshit.
for watching.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you in the next
Did
one.
you click the button yet? Go and do it now.
Do it now.
Bye. Hi. Say hi to YouTube.